Our first video is going to be about the regulation of the insurance industry and how all of that will affect you for when we get started with your policy. The insurance industry is a state-regulated business. Each individual state has their own Department of Insurance and their own enforcement division. What that means is that there's 50 areas of regulation that we need to deal with depending on where you are. We're in the state of Texas, so I have, and you will see in the documents, a Texas General Lines license. I have had that license since 1997 and have probably written close to 3,000 policies since I've started in the business. The one thing that I have learned in this business, which is important for you to know, is that for about 99.5% of your life, you will never think about insurance at all. Home, auto, car, life, whatever it happens to be. But for that 1/2%, it's all you're going to be thinking about. So it's important that we get the best program for you. Again, it's a state-regulated industry. There's two kinds of insurance, and I have both of these licenses. One is called property and casualty, which is your home, your boat, your car. One is called life, health, and long-term care. Again, you have both of those. There's two ways that agents get into this business. One is called captive, and captive is sort of what it sounds like. You're Allstate agent, you're a Farmers agent. They have one office and one building and one size fits all. And the other is what's called an independent agent. When I got my license 20 years ago, I had to do a fair amount of studying, took a test. I have to take continuing education every 2 years, and I have to reapply for that license. There's two types of life insurance. It's what's called permanent and term. Term insurance is what it sounds like. It is goes till the very end of whatever that term is, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. And permanent is as long as you pay it, it's going to pay you. What we're going to do today is we're going to take you down sort of a funnel, ask you a few questions. When you have a few questions, call us and ask us, and we'll find the best product for you. There's two types of underwriting. There's what's called simplified issue and full underwriting. Full underwriting involves you getting what's called a paramed. You fill out the application. By the way, you do not sign up for insurance. You put an application in, they underwrite the application, and then they come back with what's called an offer. And an offer is we will either accept you or reject you if it's simplified issue, or it will be super preferred, preferred, standard plus, etc. if it's full underwriting. When they do the paramed, they send someone who is licensed to do that, an off-duty EMT, a nurse. They take a blood sample, a urine sample, height, weight, and maybe a couple of other things. It's all done in the privacy of your own home. You don't have to remove any clothes. And if you're a female, we will send a female. Again, it's going to be a quote and then an offer. When you see quotes that are on the internet, most of them are for a 10-year policy. And there is, in order to get another policy after that, you have to reapply. That's a very, very important thing. It actually happened in my own life. I got a life insurance policy when I was 50 years old. My son was going to law school. I wanted to make sure that his needs were taken care of. And at 58, I had a heart attack. As you can see, I'm still here. But if I'd gotten a 10-year policy, I wouldn't have qualified for anything further than that moving forward. So those policies are very inexpensive, but there is a reason they are that price. So as you and I have that discussion, we'll make sure that you have, again, all of that information that you need so you can get the very best situation that's for you. Our goal is to make sure that when you talk to whoever your loved one is who is going to be the beneficiary, that you can go to them and explain why you purchased what you purchased, and it's going to make sense to them. Again, you can do all of that in the privacy of your own home, but we are available to talk to you or email you anytime.